Hello, Tom.
You all right, Tooley? How we doing?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
I'm not bad. I'm a bit shell-shocked.
Bit shell shocked. Why shell shocked, love?
Because you knew what was coming in House at Dragon,
I did.
and I didn't.
Blood and cheese, rough that, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't know what to make of it from the episode name.
Yes.
then after the
that was done
episode-
well. Should we get to
I got
that
it.
bit? Because that was at the end.
We'll get to
So,
that bit.
What we're doing today, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to go through, and it's only our first watch, I will admit. So I think this is just our initial thoughts of
Yeah.
episode 1.
Nice, fairly snappy. We're not going to break down the entire episode,
No.
scene by scene. Just
Might
the
have
main
2.5
points.
pages of notes.
Fire away.
So basically what I've done is I've just gone through and I've just picked out some standout scenes. So it is kind of in episode chronological order of things I thought they did really well. And my idea was I was going to put pluses and minuses for things that I liked and I didn't. It was an absolute, so overarching theme, it was an absolute belter. And I didn't write a single minus.
You didn't? Oh, okay. I thought you would have had one.
No.
We'll get to that. I'll question where I think that minus would be.
Okay.
But where we starting, Tooley?
The new opening title.
Your title. You're a fan of that?
Tremendous.
Big tapestry.
I loved it. I think it's a lot better than The River of Blood. I didn't dislike the other one.
Yeah.
From season 1. I just thought that with Game of Thrones, which naturally, as unfortunate as this might be, there's always going to be these natural comparisons. They've got such a massive IP to sort of live up to, really.
Yeah, I mean, they have the benefit of Game of Thrones ending like an absolute bag of hot garbage.
Toilet.
Yeah.
It was, in fact, toilet. And
So there was
stopped
only
existing after about season 5.
Yeah, there was only, you can only get better from here.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion. But they did do really well.
I think we should leave the tapestry there. I know some of the imagery when we were watching it was a little bit, if you don't mind me saying, lost on you because you don't know the lore quite as in depth as me on this. Other things you get me in.
Some of the history
apart.
of the Targaryens and
the Doom of Valyria, the 14 Fires, the Fire Mages, all that kind of stuff was depicted in there. But I think we should do a separate video's coming, basically, where I'm going to break it down. And what we'll do is we will use Tom as your surrogate, our lovely audience, and I will explain to him what I've seen and answer any questions, hopefully, that he might have. But that was great.
Sounds good to me.
So, and then bang, straight in. A lot of people have been like, where are the Starks? Where are the Starks? Because they're a fan favourite. Everybody loves them. They're noble to a fault. They're brilliant. Straight in with Cregan Stark.
Yeah.
Cregan Stark, however you want to pronounce it. I think his voiceover was absolutely brilliant. And it also gave a little bit more weight to the Night's Watch because you've got to remember that this is hundreds, I think it's about 300 years before the first season of Game of Thrones.
A good while.
So there are certain political fascinations and viewpoints on things that have changed. By the time Game of Thrones comes, the Night Watch is seen as a little bit of a... It's where you send your murderers, your thieves.
Somewhere to go to die.
Yeah, it's the second sons of lower houses, second sons of second sons go there. Back then, no, 10% of the Stark house, the Stark people of their entire land, of all of the North, in effect, but also of their own household.
Yeah,
it was a thing of honor. You know,
I did enjoy his monologue, especially when he was saying, "Do you think my ancestors built this wall to keep out weather and savages?" Was it or something like that?
Do you think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages?
Yeah, savages and the snow. Yeah. Brilliant. I also loved his accent.
Oh, yeah, you got to love the Northerner.
It sounds like a really pedantic thing, but if he'd have turned up and gone, all right, governor, yeah, I'm a Cockney Barrow boy. No, you're not. You're a Stark. You're in the North. And, because of the amazing Sean Bean, you are from Sheffield now forever.
Yeah,
Sorry.
forever. You are forever Yorkshire folk.
In the North.
To be fair, as Northerners, it is nice to have that little Northern nod appearing.
And not be represented as a stupid Northern monkey.
Yeah, that's always
great. So yeah, really enjoyed that. And like you said, then that impending doom kind of which links in a little bit, I thought, to Aegon the Conqueror's vision on the cat's paw dagger, as it's known, when you heat it up. It just kind of tied in nicely. I thought it was a lovely opening. That was brilliant.
Yep. And then we get the.
I also, sorry, the one other thing I liked is it mentions in the book the fact that Jaehaerys, and Cregan Stark are about the same age, and I thought that dynamic, as much as they were only very brief ones, they became friends. And for all that was only quite a brief time when you saw them together. I got that they're mates. They get on.
They had that mutuality kind of thing.
Yeah,
the mutual respect.
Jinx. Yeah, no, that was great. And then you are transported. Enter shimmery edit here. To Dragonstone and Rhaenyra.
Grieving.
Sorry, not Rhaenyra. That's the Queen. Rhaenys gets off Meleys, the Red Queen.
My favourite character.
Just goes, shut up and sit down, Damon. You absolute big bag of hot wind.
Yeah, he's proven
That's
himself.
a command. If only you were king. Like, shut up, you.
He's proven himself to be a bit of a hindrance straight off the bat. I think
he is. He's all blood and fire and gusto, and I get it. He's a Targaryen. It's kind of what they're known for.
Yeah.
But he's not really got like a tactical mind in his head. At times he has, but his passion.
He's too quick to act. He's too quick to act without thinking of the consequences.
He's not pragmatic at all.
He loves a scrap, which is all well and good when the world is at scrap.
And you can
ride
a massive dragon as well. Like, it's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, but when Rhaenyra, the queen. Rhaenyra, when she is basically trying to maintain a bit of stability after grieving for a son, which we'll get onto in a second, he's not what you need around. He's too hot-headed.
He's not ideal, is he?
He's just a bit volatile.
I also think that exchange was some of the best laid exposition I've seen in television for a very long time.
Okay.
Because it basically... It wasn't just him going, she has not been here for about 3 weeks and 2 days and we miss her and we need her guidance. It was like, I'm pissed off. She's annoyed me. She's not here. She needs to be here. Yeah, the mother's grieving, but the queen is...
absent.
Yeah, like he says, like,
the mother
abandoning her
grieves
duties or something.
While the queen is absent.
Yeah.
I think. I'll chuck it in.
She is grieving.
The mother grieves as the queen shirks her duties.
One, it proves that you're a massive and two, it also explains that she's not been there for some time.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just where is she?
I don't know how long it's been, but she's definitely having some issues.
Yeah, and I get that.
Understandably so.
I have a theory. Well, not a theory as such, but I think that Queen Helena, moving over to the green side of things, where should we go to next, is one of the most underrated actresses in the show.
I'd
She's
agree.
Got to play a royally, well, literally royally, but a royally weird character.
Explain. Weird.
She's got to be present in every scene. She's got to react. It must be really hard to do. She's got to be present in every scene. She's got to react to the exposition, the dialogue, and the mood and tonal shifts of some quite volatile characters around her. But yeah, she's also got to be this almost like airy-fairy, ethereal, dreamy character at exactly the same time.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a lot. But as a character, she's really, really important. Like in season 1, she just said really casually, the beast beneath the boards. And then Meleys bursts out of the dragon pit later on. Aemond says, I will have a dragon. And she just stitching in the background and goes, we'll lose an eye. And the night he got Vhagar, he got his eye cut out.
Yeah. She's what are they called? Is she a dreamer or something?
Yeah,
like that?
so she's a dreamer. She has dragon dreams, basically.
Do you know who she reminds me of?
Who?
Luna Lovegood.
Yeah, very similar.
Spacey, in touch with the things that aren't there.
Actually, listen to what she says.
Oh, it all makes sense.
It's really important. And in this particular episode, she says she's scared of the rats.
No, we're on episode 1.
Is episode 1?
It is episode 1.
She says she's scared of the rats.
Scared of the rats.
My
bad.
Yeah, she says she's scared of the rats, and Aegon's like,
Not the dragons. The rats.
Rats. And then he makes some comments about her being basically a beautiful weirdo. The handmaidens, because they're all like, what's she doing? Don't, like, if they haven't worked it out by now, stop dismissing her. And I think the reason that it all comes out in these, like, bizarre info dumps, I think that's what's happening to her. Why she can't concentrate, it's why she's a bit like all the time. Do you remember when Bran first links up to the Weirwood Network, as it's affectionately called, and he just gets like an old flip chart slideshow of history,
like bombarded with information.
He can't make any sense of it. He doesn't know what's the future, what's the past, what's the present, what's far away. So it's like she's basically the internet. I heard a saying on someone else's video, and I apologise that I can't name drop you. I'll find out who it is. We'll put it in the description. But she's the internet with no search engine.
Yeah, just an absolute bombardment of information.
But I'll rattle through a few more points. I think Alison and Kristen Cole, you're horrible hypocrites, and you both want to slap around your mush, but I don't want to do it because Kristen Cole is a murderous psychopath, but I hate you both.
Don't like him at all.
At all.
He's... as a character, the actor is fantastic.
Brilliant. Oh, plays it to a T.
The character is an awful human being.
Awful human being. Literally, fell out with Rhaenyra because they were bumping uglies, and then he said, let's go get married. Balls to my white cloak. I love you. And she went, nah, I'm good, me, queen, and that. And she went, and then he fell out with her, and then he was like, hullabaloo, I sullied my white cloak. I'll just nobble this queen instead then. I hate the pair of them.
He's not got an ounce of morals between
Alison, that's
anything.
sanctimonious.
Yeah,
she fell out with Rhaenyra for sleeping with him, and then she thought it was her uncle, but Targaryens are all creepy like that. Either way, she fell out for sullying herself. Now she's having an extramarital well, she's not married anymore, but she's having an affair with the Kingsguard, who's sworn a vow of chastity
and to protect the family, not to
get the rocks off with them. Anyway,
I'm going to insert some censorship noises in this one. I think.
So I enjoyed the first council scene with Aemond. The first council scene, I think, was good for a number of reasons. I think Aemond being brought in as like a military advisor, immediately you knew not only is he decent at fighting, and he fights Rhaegar, he's like got a name for himself as being serious when it comes to war.
Yeah,
Aemond one eye was like, why is he here? He's our best warrior, and everyone went, fair.
Yeah, and the fact that he is also still relatively a kid.
Yeah, I'd play
early 20s, late teens.
Tops. He's never actually seen battle, but he's just got a. He reads a lot and stuff in the books, and he's very analytical.
He's got the mind of a psychopath. That's what it is.
Yeah,
he's not got the remorse and all that stuff.
I didn't think of it like that. He's a nutter. Enjoyed that, and the whole pony ride thing I thought was hilarious. But it also shows the king's dark side a bit. They're like, yeah, I will mock you.
Is the Master of Coin a Lannister at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Larys Strong, Clubfoot.
Yeah, hate him.
Perfect hybrid of Varys and Littlefinger. That's exactly what he reminds me of.
Yeah.
In different scenes, he's both, but turned up to 11.
Varys and Littlefinger.
Yeah. Oh, factoid for you. Next scene, Queen Rhaenyra on the beach. She finds Lucerys' cape.
Yeah.
And Arax, his dragon, finds his wing. Right. Okay. Imagery of them both. Lovely, lovely. Did you know?
I probably didn't.
Syrax, who's Rhaenyra's dragon that she turns up on.
Yeah.
People think she's crying. Syrax is crying, named after a god of old Valyria, by the way, but never mind. Is crying because she can feel Rhaenyra's pain, and that's partly true. But Arax was born out of one of her clutches, so both of their children have died.
Oh, double whammy for the Targaryens and the dragons.
Double sad, but brilliant. I thought it was a really poignant scene. Juxtaposed. Council scene.
Love a good juxtaposition.
Love juxtaposition because it's the next time you see King Aegon.
Yeah.
He goes from, come on, let my son ride on your back, make an absolute fool of you, to actually being really, really sound. Crying, his granddad's a Burke, but trying to be really nice to the small folk. And it seemed quite genuine as well. He was like, "Oh, yeah, you need your sheep. I get it." He's not as evil as Joffrey. He's a lot more complex. I like him as a character.
Yeah, our sheep were taken by the crown, and before anyone else can say anything, we should replace them. He's got a fair... Well, at this point, he has a fair mind.
Yes.
I think.
I thought it was just really good that if you compare that directly to the council scene, they are very juxtaposed.
Yeah.
What else did I write down? Mysaria, the White Worm, brutal. I just love it every time Daemon gets sat down. And the fact that she was brutally honest is like, how long have you been selling secrets to Otto Hightower? As long as it's been profitable.
Yep.
She's got no skin in this game.
She doesn't care.
No.
She's just making money.
Really poignant. Yeah, when Daemon's talking, and it happens again later on, when Daemon's talking to either Eric or Arik, I can't remember which one's which. Sorry, they're literally identical. He's annoyed, and he's like, "No, but my job was to protect the royal family. It's not my fault. You split up."
Yeah, I love that bit.
Brilliant.
I bet nobody stands up to them in that kind of way. He took a vow to protect the royal family. It's not on them when the royal family has gone.
He made his choice in terms of which side to go on, but he's not there to kill anybody.
Yeah,
It's the exact opposite of the vow he swore. But guess what you could hear in the background?
go on.
You could hear Caraxes, the bloodworm, screeching in the background. If you watch it again, you could hear it go. Because the bond between Targaryens and dragons, they feel each other's emotions.
So
she was just really pissed off, like Daemon was.
Yeah.
So she had a big kick off in background somewhere. Little things like that is what sets this TV show apart and an early Game of Thrones apart. I thought Rhaenyra's line, "I want Aemond Targaryen," is crazy chilling.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
She hasn't said anything yet in the episode.
No.
The first thing you hear is, "I want Aemond Targaryen," and then she walks off.
Yeah.
Go and get me. It's the first time I think, "Oh, she's queen." Ooh.
It's she's obviously reached a snapping point here.
Yeah. I've only got a few more notes, mate.
That's all right.
Jacerys trying to be all like, not resplendent as such, but like professional. And I've been sent on a job and I'm an envoy. And I know it's my mum, but I need to give her the report. It's good news as well. And he's like choking back the words.
It broke
you ever
my
see
heart.
someone give a eulogy at a funeral? Of course you have. And like, they're trying their hardest to get through it. And it's like, the more they try and keep it together, the more they break down. I was like, it's his little brother, and they were close as well.
Yeah,
because they had that with everyone about being strong boys. I think it bonded them a bit more. Do you know what I mean?
Complete credit to that actor. The pair of them. I don't know the guy's name, but Emma Darcy. They were fantastic throughout the entire episode.
Yeah, they were brilliant. Emma Darcy's brilliant
for a young lad as well. The chemistry.
Can't have been in much him.
No, the chemistry they've got between them.
Mum and son.
I was tearing up.
Yeah, definitely. Awful. Brilliantly brilliant, but
yeah,
it's the fact that he's trying so hard to be strong for his mum. And I think we can all, we've all been through hard times and we can all empathise with that.
It was the first time being trusted to go, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he knows how simple it would have been for them to go opposite.
It was his idea.
And it was his idea. But they were ready. They both achieved the task. They both did the job. They were both ready.
Do you think the thing that Viserys rang true said in the earlier season of season 1, when he said basically us controlling the dragons is an absolute myth? Like, we don't actually control them. We're just the ones that can speak to them, and they'll basically sometimes do what we want. But Aemond, he was going, no, Vhagar, no.
They both lost
and
control of the
now
dragons
go
at that
chew
point.
on them, mate.
They both lost control.
Yeah, they did. And unfortunately, Aemond just lost control of the biggest one in the world.
The biggest, angriest one.
Last year, I think that Aemond and Kristen Cole are developing a seriously dangerous alliance from this first episode.
Yeah, there's nothing good that can come from that.
They feed each other's worst aspects. If
They
one
do.
of them's like, let's
They
go
do.
towards the other one's like, get in here when. Like neither of them temper the other. It's a really bad dynamic for the realm.
It's not even just that. If one of them says, let's go to war, the other one goes, let's bring dragons.
Yeah.
It's escalative.
Yeah, let's bring a fire-breathing 747.
It's crazy. It's going to escalate even further, I think.
Oh, I did have a minus.
Go on.
1. Secret tunnels, yeah. Sneak in. Ooh, sneak in. I want to see where we're going. But we do have to walk directly across the throne room at one point.
Yeah, it wasn't that secret throughout it. Do you know what? The biggest negative of the episode for me is when he kicked that dog. Unnecessary.
Yeah, I didn't need it to establish that he was a considering what he was about to go and do.
Yeah, he gets pinned up against the wall by that, not the mountain guy.
Blood.
Is that his name?
In the book, it's Blood and Cheese.
Well, Blood. And then because he's been absolutely humbled and sat down by this man mountain, he takes his anger out on his dog, which is just completely unnecessary.
Absolute tosser. And then finally, here we are.
Ugh.
Blood and Cheese. Worse in books, you know.
Well, I know.
But still awful.
One of the first questions I had for you, which you can kind of repeat the answer to, is when Matt Smith?
Yeah.
When Damon approaches him, he offers him money. He says, I want Aemond.
Yeah.
And they go, what if he's not there?
And then it cuts away.
And then there's a bit of a good look, and then it cuts. In the book,
you don't know either.
You don't know either. Okay.
I need to reread the book, to be honest. I'm reading a few other things at the minute. But I think
it's open to interpretation.
Yeah, in the book, I'm not even sure if they explicitly go for Damon.
Is it just
Aemond? I think it's just
someone.
Maybe Aegon. I'll come back on that.
Okay.
Either way, in the book, for those of you that don't know, for the non-book readers, the reason it's worse in the book, very, very quickly, Alicent is not bumping uglies with Kristen Cole in another room. She is, in fact, in the room, and she gets bound, gagged, and has to watch. And then they go to Princess Helena, Queen Helena, because Alicent is the Dowager Queen. They go to Queen Helena and knife to her throat. That's all pretty similar. Pick. Okay, pick or we'll kill them both. And she goes, okay. She picks the younger one. I'm pretty sure they're not twins, but either way, she picks one of them. And they say to the one that she picked, did you hear that? Your mum wants you dead, and kills the other one.
Wow.
So they psychologically screw up. Well, I mean, psychologically screw up.
It's all just
but
it's
just even worse. Yeah, it's even worse. When I very first watched it, I must admit, I went, a bit unnecessary. Did I need that? I'm not sure. The noise.
Yeah, glad they didn't show anything. The sound design was enough.
Yeah, I think the problem with just leaving it with sound, and this isn't a problem now, I've changed my view on it a little bit. My problem with just leaving it as sound is it leaves your imagination to interpret what's going on. Which can sometimes be worse than the visuals. But I don't think it would have been because it's a little one's, a little cute nipper getting his head whapped off. It's rank.
Yeah.
But it happened in the story. It's a major plot point. It's basically Lucerys' death was awful. And it was really, really bad. And it caused a lot of shit. If Rhaenyra would have somehow found it in herself to accept it as but she was never going to, but just kind of accept it as this is what can happen in war, and maybe say, right, fine, but I want you to kill Vhagar because Vhagar ate him, leave your children, but kill the dragon. They might have said no, but you know what I mean? Offer a diplomatic solution.
Yeah.
There may have been a very, very slim chance of coming back to it. This just nailed on, full on civil war, no holes barred, no quarter is given now.
Yeah, it's the start of the downward spiral.
And it's exactly what Daemon wanted.
Oh God, yeah, he wants the chaos.
Absolutely thrives in it. Because in the words of Littlefinger, chaos is a ladder.
Chaos is a ladder.
Chaos is a ladder.
What did you think? Let us know in the comments below. Drop a like if you agree with our points. And if you haven't already subscribed, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. On to episode 2. Ta-ra.